Hello and good afternoon. Today I am here in Leesburg, Florida to walk around this beautiful, small, charming town. Now, this isn't my first time being here. I have been here for a haunted attraction. Huge shout out to Stage Fright. They are a haunted attraction not too far away from where I'm standing right now. I will walk over there and actually show you where they are. And that's not all this town has to offer. It has a veterans park. And the Veterans Park is incredible. So let's walk around and see what this town has to experience. Walking up to City Hall kind of reminds you of something you'd find in California, and especially in the movies. This water feature that's super relaxing. But the City Hall is incredible. Look at it. All the detail on the columns and the brickwork. Wow. This is why I love walking around small towns, because you get to find buildings like this. The town was founded in July 12th, 1875, and has not lost a lot of its charm. It's got a lot of the brickwork that you'll see in just a few moments. This is what I was meaning by small world charm. Look at this building. Established in 1926, antiques. It looks like there's nothing in it as of now, but it's incredible that it still exists here for everybody to come check out. It looks like they're doing some work inside. I'm gonna show you really quickly. Try to get rid of that reflection. But there you go, you can kind of see inside. There's a ladder, and it looks like they're tearing up the ground. Definitely hear an alarm in there. Headed to the main street now, just to walk around, check out the amazing buildings. It does get really popular down here, especially at some of the bistros. Especially with all these cars. I don't blame them. Definitely has that small town feel. As I'm walking around, I had to get some energy, so I stopped at a local gas station to get Ghost. This is one of my favorite energy drinks. This is mango. Highly recommend it, especially if you do like energy drinks. You know you're in a small town when the businesses are not open on a Sunday. Prime 3 is a prime example. There's only a few establishments actually open today. This would be a really cool place to come and chill for a little bit. But we're gonna keep going, because it looks like there's an antique store here with lots of different things in it, but it says sorry, we're closed, but still awesome. That's actually a really, really funny sign. Gives you an idea of what they offer inside their store. And even the Jolly Man himself, Main Street Antiques. It looks like there's apartments above this lounge. It's a really, really funny name. Just look at this entryway to get up to those Palace Suites, which I think is apartments, not really sure, but here it is. Two Old Hags, wine shop. This looks pretty interesting. It is definitely not open today, but it definitely looks like a place that Lindsay would enjoy, celebrating 10 years. Looks like they have a live piano, or someone that plays the piano at night sometimes here. There's plenty of seating here. A business that's really popular today, because it is up in the 80s today, is the Mystic Ice Cream. I don't blame them. If I enjoyed ice cream, I'd probably stop here and actually get some. There's a lot of empty storefronts here. Kind of sad, but kind of interesting, because it looks like they're redoing the stores. So it'd be really amazing to see other locations pop up here. It looks like Cod Cafe is coming into this one. Welcome to paradise. Fast, fresh, and friendly. Definitely looks like there's still a lot of work to be done. Has Nathan hot dogs, a couple of different things. As we continue our walk down the main street to check out what else is here. It looks like there is a day spa. I don't think this is open either. Looks like a really fancy place though. Come here, relax, and rejuvenate. Even not just cardboard isn't even open. Really interesting. It shows you all the collectibles that you can get while you're here. Funkos, and it looks like Harley Quinn, of course, Monopoly, and even Star Wars. Really cool little place. Kind of a bummer that it's not open today. And another really interesting name for a store, Rowdy the Ragdoll. Not sure exactly what that is. Definitely not open today either. Looks like it has really unique clothing. And at the very end of the main street, this is just the first direction. I am gonna go the opposite direction, and then of course check out the Veterans Park, and save the best for last and talk about that haunted attraction that blew my mind. City of Leesburg. Look at it. This library is incredible. Celebrate the freedom to read. This bronze sculpture is dedicated to grandmother's legacy for just inspiring their grandchildren to want to read. This sculpture is actually of Miss Alice Barrett Reeves, born 1909 and died in 2009. She was a lifelong resident in this area, and she inspired all of the kids around the area, even her grandchildren, made them want to read. Miss Reeves kind of reminds me of my own grandmother. Kept pushing me and telling me that I can do it, especially when I did have dyslexia and I couldn't read as well as I can now. So thank you to every grandmother out there for teaching us lifelong lessons. Right next to the library, they do have the bird watchers. These two little children with their books, I think they're looking in the wrong direction. Quick, look behind you. I think they're trying to steal your peanuts behind you. Here's another look of the library from across the street. It's such an incredible building. Right next to the Mason Art Center, there's an incredible fountain over here, made from brick. This is really nice. I'm surprised no one's out here reading their studies and just hanging out, especially just drinking some coffee. Wait, I see another fountain right down this little alleyway. Let's go back there and check it out before I keep going down the main street. There's a couple fountains here. I did not expect this one, but I wanted to come and see this one. Wow, that is a beautiful building. I wonder what that is. It definitely looks like it's part of the actual college itself. But wow, if it was a museum, I would be stopping in there and checking it out. It looks like the building is actually used by Beacon College as administration. I didn't even know the library was a bell tower. Listen to this. It looks like at one point, this used to actually be an old movie theater, now taken over by a dance studio, Dance Dynamics. Look at this awesome mural of the gators. Wow, I definitely would not be swimming in that water. Definitely looks like they're ready to chomp on something. And another mural just showing what Leesburg used to look like back in 1857. The bridge. Oh, let me try to get rid of that glare. And it looks like picking oranges. Of course, I was looking for a public restroom. Didn't even know right here on the main strip there is one. And even drinking fountains. Something that you really don't see in a lot of towns, except for parks. Beautiful pictures of photography. Wow, almost looks like that's painted. They did a really good job. Oh, another glare. There you go. That's a lot better. Now you can see the difference in the photo, especially at this place. Lots of water damage. And then if we go over here, no water damage. That's pretty impressive. Just look at these buildings. This is why I love going down the side roads in the United States, checking out all these small towns, because you never know what you'll find. And a bar there I'm probably going to come and check out in the future, Amsterdammer. Let's head on down this little area and see where it is and kind of what it looks like. This definitely looks like my type of place. Come hang out, a tavern. Look at the face. He looks really happy. Maybe this is the owner? I am definitely coming back here to try this place. Definitely not open today, but maybe in the future it will be. And look at this building, Lifestream Building. It is now occupied by United Southern Bank. It's beautiful though. All right, now I'm gonna make my way over to the Veterans Memorial, talking about World War II, the Vietnam War, World War I, and it has amazing displays talking about who served, especially in this county. I can't wait to actually show you this. Here's another look of City Hall as we make our way to the memorial. It's so peaceful out here. Get to hear a motorcycle every once in a while, but still beautiful area. Now I have a really funny story about me coming here a long time ago, before I even knew that the haunted attraction was here. When I was walking around the town, and this was about 5, 6 o'clock at night, there was a gentleman that kept following me, watching me, and kind of murmuring to himself. I was like, I don't know what this guy's doing. A lot of the businesses were actually closed, but when I turned around, there he was again. And I started going on the opposite side of the street. He cut across. I was like, maybe I should get the heck out of here. So I got in my car and actually left. I'm glad that I'm not having that experience today. And it brings us over here to Veterans Memorial Park. This is a beautiful little park, especially with that fountain that's right here in the middle of the pond. You can definitely bring your furry friends out here. Walk along the trail. They even have poop eggs. That way you can keep scooping up all their business. The building right next to the park is actually the armory, right next to the college. There's a whole bunch of different plaques here. There's even one talking about enjoy the freedom of America. And then they do have a vehicle back here. No trespassing. Don't worry, I don't plan on doing that. I don't want to get arrested, especially being so close to the city jail or the police office. But look at that. It's beautiful. Now, as I'm walking around this park, I do want to thank everybody that has served in the armed forces, military, Army, Navy, anything, Coast Guard. Thank you for all you have done for all of us, so that way we can keep living this freedom. Now we're coming up on another memorial. You can kind of see why I'm stoked about this one, especially how it actually has a helicopter. The Battlefield Cross, just talking about the people that have lost their lives serving our amazing country. And then right here, the Vietnam War. Look at everything that's sketched in there. The helicopters at the very top. Let me try to get rid of the glare of the sun and kind of make them out. And them going through the trenches to protect us. Their dog tags. And even the American Eagle. And everybody getting so stoked when they get to see their loved ones return from Vietnam. Just look at this helicopter, even with the dummies inside. You can imagine that saving a whole bunch of people's lives. The United States Army. And even a plaque talking about the forgotten war, Korea. Talking about everybody in this area that has served and has so many names. And we're headed over to Don Von Beck Memorial Walk, right over this way. It has Medal of Honor recipients and a lot of names talking about people that have served. Freedom is not free. That is 100% correct. But look at this. That is incredible. This is just some of them that lived in this area and had the Medal of Honor. Wow. It gives me chills looking at everybody's name on these plaques or on this wall. And here's the man that made all of this possible with all his hard work. Donald L. Van Beck. There's a picture of him right there on the very top. Thank you so much for doing this, because it's a beautiful park and a good way to remember everybody. It looks like he died on November 13th, 2008. And it doesn't stop there. There is so many more names of everybody that has served. And it looks like there's even more room for everybody that is still currently serving. It wraps all the way around, talking about all of them. Wow. Thank you to each and every one of these people for helping save our country and keep it free the way it should be. This park makes me think of my grandfather that fought in the Vietnam War. He was a really funny character, especially when I was growing up. I shot him in the back of the head with a Nerf gun and it actually stuck to his head because he was bald, but he had some really funny tunes. He would always sing, "I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts." We're coming up on the last little memorial for World War II. All the ships at Pearl Harbor. It even talks about Pearl Harbor, showing what it was like. All the airplanes that helped, and of course, the bad people. It's incredible to see all of this arched on this memorial, talking about it. And even the mushroom cloud. There's even information over here talking about the women that served in the armed forces. Now, of course, without them, a lot of our stories would not be very successful. All right, now to go to another location. This is like a little bonus that I almost forgot about until I saw it at the very top of this hill. It's an abandoned school. It looks like they're trying to fix it up. It's seen better days, but it is kind of creepy, especially when we get up there and I actually show you what it looks like. This used to be the Leesburg High School. Look at it. It's definitely seen better days. There is a satellite dish. Makes me think that someone used to live in this school before it was boarded up and you couldn't go inside. I know there's been a lot of people that have been inside the school checking it out before they actually change it altogether. It looks like they're changing them into the villas where you can live and even park your car. It's definitely going to be a really interesting renovation for this school. I really wish that I could get a peek inside the school. A lot of the windows that are on the ground floor or close to where I could actually reach have been boarded up. Even going up that staircase, I wouldn't be able to stick my hand above that door. But I'm gonna keep walking around the building and see if there's any other windows that we can kind of sneak in, or not sneak in, sorry, just stick the camera in and see what it looks like. I don't think staff has parked here in quite some time. You can imagine all of the kids going in and out of the building. The fence probably wasn't there back in the day, but of course it's there now to keep us out. It definitely would have been really cool to see what the school would have looked like back in the day when it was open. You can kind of see inside. Lots of windows. And I see a few doors on the bottom, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get past this fence. This is the sad part about abandoned buildings. People coming in, destroying. This fire extinguisher definitely has been used. And just looking at the building, how many windows are smashed. We should preserve, not destroy. Alright, it doesn't look like there's any way that I'm going to be able to peek inside, but it is an incredible building. This side actually says the store. Wonder if it used to be like a convenience store after the school closed down. Wait, just kidding. We can see into the basement. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my gosh, there's so much debris down there. I am not climbing in this. It's kind of creepy. I felt a cold breeze and I was like, what the heck was that? If someone runs out of here right now, I think I would jump. It looks like at one point there used to be an elevator. Sadly not in operation anymore. And this sign has seen better days. Because we care, alcohol and narcotics prohibited on school grounds. This building definitely gives me haunted vibes. I would love to investigate this place at night and see if it is haunted. So if anybody knows who owns the building or how to get in contact with whoever owns this building, so I can try to get permission to go inside, and that way I can do it legally, not illegally. It's kind of fitting that there's this really peaceful church right across the street from the abandoned school, St. James. Really nice. I can hear the music. It's calming. All right, now time to head back to the car where I parked, so that way we can head over to one of my favorite spots, the haunted location, or what they turn into like a haunted house, and the theater. And just around the corner from where I was walking around that creepy school brings us to the Melon Patch Theater. This is probably one of the best haunted attractions I've been to as of so far, right behind Universal Studios, but this one's more personalized. Now I did do a whole video of this, showing what they have to offer and how they decorate in there, because they really blow it out of the water. Now one of the best things about Stage Fright Haunted House is everybody that's in it is a volunteer, and they enjoy just walking around scaring you. And one of the best things about the haunted house is they called out your name the whole time. I am definitely going to be trying to come back for next season. That way I can experience their haunted house once again and be blown away. But thank you so much for walking around Leesburg with me, checking out some incredible stores, buildings, and the creepy school, and even learning about a haunted attraction right here, right next to downtown area. But if you did like today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button to let me know you did like today's adventure, and hit the notification button to get notified every time I come out with a future episode. Thank you so much, and I'll see you down the road.